so much for your time. Dr. Seth, I want to begin by asking you. We've known this for a while. We've talked about this. There is now growing awareness as well. But somehow we've not been able to put a tap on the numbers. So for those who are watching this, for those who are already, they know they are vulnerable because they have a family history of heart disease in the country. What are some of the things you advise people to do? I know the first thing people really run for is getting a lipid profile, is getting your tests done regularly. And just to say this, that people, younger people in the country are getting more and more fit. We are getting more active, we are getting more aware, we are more conscious about the food that we eat. Yet, the numbers of people dying with heart attacks or even strokes, they don't seem to be coming in control.
I think you've raised a very important point, and I'm happy that it's for once away from COVID to the present realization of non-COVID problems, which is still rampant in this country. And constantly incidents occur which continue to remind us about the spreading coronary artery disease and heart attacks, including deaths in our country related to it. We've always said this, and I must say this, there are two aspects to this. Why is it happening and what can we do to prevent it? And I may slightly disagree with you when you say that we're more aware of exercise and health and we're leading a healthy life. Practically what we've seen over the last 20 years is a 2 to 3 times growth in heart disease and heart attacks in younger populations.
3 times, you say?
Absolutely. And that's to be realized and understood. We, as you know, are 10 times earlier having heart attacks than the West anyway. We're 3 times more prone to have heart attacks and heart disease than the West, 6 times more than Japanese, and 20 times more than Chinese. So we are a race who's already got a predisposition. We're type of a loaded gun as Indians, and we just need some risk factors to combine together to actually precipitate heart attacks. And this has to be well understood. Even for the same incidence of diabetes, for the same incidence of hypertension, as exists elsewhere, when you look at the Indians who migrated 3 generations ago to Singapore or to West Indies, incidence of heart attacks and heart disease is higher. Coming to that is this younger issue. Really, over the less than 40 has risen. It is more than anywhere, the numbers are more than anywhere else in the world. And the reason for that is our changing lifestyle clearly and the changing scenarios around us. And when we say we talk about more of being health conscious, actually what the young gen is not health conscious. He is body conscious. And they're 2 different things altogether. Bodybuilding in the gym is not as good as heart healthy exercises. Eating outside fast foods are not doing any good to people. That's well understood. Sedentary habits, sitting on the chairs, where earlier people would be having sports and games outside, but now we're stuck onto computers and others, is not a good thing. And we actually have also one that does not forget the pollution in this country, which has been clearly demonstrated to be linked to heart disease and heart attacks. And the West clearly defines it. For us, we've been living in high pollutions, practically more so over the last 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, and I like what you said about younger people being more body conscious and not health conscious. That's a discrimination we perhaps need to highlight. And also,
may I give you a bit of an example on this, and it'll just take you 30 seconds. Around 10 years ago, we did a survey which was then published in the Hindustan Times about morning walkers, because I used to go to the West and see young people exercising and doing jogging during the evening and the mornings. And while in India, we used to see more elderly people going for walks. So we did a survey of 1,000 morning walkers. And you'd be surprised that while the morning walkers, majority of them were elderlies beyond the age of 50s and 60s, who said they were walking because they actually had some problem or the other, heart disease and so on and so forth, or had been advised to walk. There were only 25% who said that they were walking for prevention of heart disease. And by the way, the age group between 25 and 50 just constituted 15 to 20% of the walkers.